Kaizer Chiefs, the rebuilding project at Naturena has officially taken another dramatic turn. According to trusted publication Far Post, the Kaizer Chiefs have decided to part ways with co-coaches Cedric Kaze and Khalil Ben Youssef following the expiry of their contracts. And honestly, whether you supported them or doubted them throughout the season, this is still a massive decision from Naturena. Now, before people rush to celebrate or criticize this move, we actually need to look at the full picture of what's going on here and what these two co-coaches or what these two coaches have achieved during one of the most difficult periods in recent Kaizer Chiefs history. We must also remember this is not a normal setup. These guys who had arrived with these guys were not the coaches who arrived with full authority, control, or even time to fully build their own squad that they think would have been impressive, or at least they would have been confident in to build. They inherited this pressure. They inherited this pressure from Unezruddin Nabi. They inherited the expectations, and they inherited the Chiefs side that had come off Nazruddin Nabi in a very I want to say like a very upbeat or a very quick dismissal. Yet, despite all of that, Usetu Kaze and Belkali Yusuf still managed to steady the ship. Kaizer Chiefs managed to finish third in the Betwaypremiership this season after finishing ninth from the previous campaign. Not even finishing, sorry, starting ninth in the in this whole deal. That alone is a serious improvement. Under their leadership, Chiefs collected 15 wins, 9 draws, 6 losses, 54 league points. That's actually pretty massive for these guys. And secured CAF Confederation Cup football once again. In all competition, they have managed 39 matches, 19 wins, 11 draws, and only 9 defeats. That 54-point tally is reportedly Kaizer Chiefs' second best points return in the last 11 years. Think about that for a second. Now, obviously, yes, there were frustrations. A lot of supporters felt Kaizer Chiefs dropped too many unnecessary points this season. There were games where Amakosi clearly had the upper hand, but still settled for the draws. Those moments really hurt their title ambitions badly. And then there's criticism around the development. Some fans feel that the co-coaches didn't really improve the youth integration into the first team. Others argue that there wasn't enough influence in the transfer market or visible evolution in the style of play. And to be fair, those criticisms are very much so understandable. But at the same time, we can't argue the context here. Chiefs were still rebuilding. Confidence levels were very shaky at times. The pressure at Naturena was already unbearable for one coach, and I imagine sharing that responsibility as co-coaches while constantly being questioned every single week. Even in the CAF Confederation Cup, Chiefs narrowly missed the knockout stages on goal difference after finishing the group with 10 points. So, while the season may not have been perfect, it definitely wasn't a disaster neither. In fact, Cedric Kaze himself recently admitted that the season could have been better, whilst also saying they had laid a foundation for better things in the future. And now comes the scary part for Kaizer Chiefs. Who takes over next? Because whoever walks into United Arena now is going to be walking into one of the toughest jobs in South African football. The expectations are enormous. You need to maintain a top 4 finish in the Betwaypremiership. You need to compete in the MTN 8. You need to challenge for the Nedbank Cup. You need to handle the CAF Confederation Cup pressure and survive the madness of the Carling Knockout Cup schedule. This isn't easy at all. One name already heavily linked within the job description is Upito Musmane, and if Chiefs do go in that direction, then expectations will immediately shoot through the roof because Pito is not judged on rebuilding. He is judged on trophies. And that's what makes this reshuffling at Naturena very risky. The club is chasing stability while constantly changing direction at the same time. Still, credit must go to Cedric Kaze and Ben Khalil Youssef. They walked into the chaos, they handled enormous pressure, and somehow managed to return Kaizer Chiefs back into continental football conversation yet again. Some fans think that won't be enough, right? Obviously speaking. But for others, This season may eventually be remembered as the foundation phase before something bigger. The question is, did Kaizer Chiefs make the right decision by letting the guys go, or should they have trusted the project for one more season? Let me know in the comments in the comments below if you've enjoyed this breakdown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for more South African football right here on DISKI Mzansi. Danga.